Peace and love, family, peace and love, and welcome back to the Rise with Zainab YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. So happy to have you. If you're returning, y'all know I love y'all. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Lately, I've been the one responding to all the comments. So I'm just really on cloud nine with all of the support and just the positive energy. So thank y'all. I am making this video because a few hours ago I was having a conversation with my mom about when I used to be an athlete. Well, I'm still an athlete, right? Like once an athlete, always an athlete. You can't take that away from me. So I was talking about being an athlete and how track and field, how it really unexpectedly prepared me for entrepreneurship, for motherhood, for childbirth. I mean, I ran for 16 years, and then when I stopped running, I didn't think that track and field would still be relevant. So in the space of entrepreneurship, track and field in general, so I was a sprinter, ran the 100, the 200, I was a long jumper, also 4x1 and 4x4. And so the 4x1 and 4x4, you know, you really have to trust your team. You really have to be in a space where y'all are all on the same page and y'all just have this innate trust in one another. Like, you know, first leg gonna get you that baton. You know what I'm saying? And like being able to build that bond with strangers and to grow and to build with strangers and to trust in them and for them to trust in you means a lot. So in the space of entrepreneurship and team building, it's the same exact principles, like really trusting your team and trusting that the people that you bring on board, they got your back and they're gonna get you that baton. And I've had my fair share of, you know, misalignments. But at the end of the day, everything still works out because those misalignments are always lessons, and we can always take things away from experiences, right? And we can apply it to the areas where it matters, where it's relevant. But when it comes to childbirth and motherhood, so when you're training as an athlete, when you're training, like your muscles get tired. And when we used to train in the heat, right, when it was in the summer, it would be so freaking hot. Like you would feel dehydrated. You would feel like it just was definitely taxing and trying on your body. So it forced you to trust your body, right? It trusts you. My coach would always say, trust the training, trust your body, but trust your body first. And even when I experienced an injury, and before my injury presented itself, my body was telling me it was coming, but I wasn't listening to my body. Like I was feeling little aches here and there, and it was just really strange and uncomfortable things in my hips, but I just completely ignored it. And what I realized is my body was communicating. My body was saying, hey, focus on this because something's not right here. And lo and behold, I fractured my hip. And so it was like our body was communicating with us. So when it comes to childbirth and pregnancy, track and field was my introduction to really listening to what my body has to say, really tapping into how I feel, not overdoing it, not overworking it, like sitting down when I need to sit down. And I often reflect on those really intense practices, right? So now we're talking about childbirth. Like there were really, really intense practices sometimes where we had a very short rest in between sets. So if you're not an athlete, like my coach, depending on what event you're running, like my coach would have us, say for example, the 200. The 200s was the worst. So we would have to run 8 200s, but we would do them with a 60-second rest in between, but you're going like 70%. And so with that rest, that 60-second rest, like it's painful. And it seems like it goes by so fast. The next thing you know, it's like, get on the line. Like you got another rep. I'm like, oh my God. And so when it comes to childbirth, like the contractions, you know, it's short. The contractions are very short. And then once the contractions pass, it's time to go. Like it's time to rock and roll. But at the end of the day, track and field as a whole, it just It's a reminder that everything is always working out. Like I always say, I know y'all are probably sick of me saying that, but it's my mantra. And it also is a reminder that on the other side of pain is victory. Like training used to be intense. 5 a.m. trainings were intense, but guess what? You know how it feels when we win a championship? You know how it feels to put a championship ring on because your training paid off? So same with childbirth. Like it's a little intense, but oh, when you see your baby, when you feel the crown of your baby's head like poking through your vagina, man, it's a very euphoric feeling. So I often reflect on my track and field. Oh, and I almost forgot this part. So I have a bike as my primary means of transportation. And sometimes here in Costa Rica, you gotta bike up a big hill. And I remember like when I used to bike to this place called Amasur, y'all, I'd be ready to quit, but I literally go back and I time travel to track and field practice. I'm like, I can't quit. We can't quit at practice. We can't quit at a track meet. So even recently, I've like physically challenged myself on my bike because like, when them hills get steep and them rocks be rocking, you want to like get off and walk, but that's not an option. And so that's also how I use my bike to prepare for childbirth. Like when it got hard, when my legs started to hurt and feel like they were giving out, said, no, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. Like giving up is not an option. You're not going to get off this bike and walk. Keep pushing. So every little thing is like a challenge, and I absolutely love it. But I love track and field so much, and I did not know how much of an impact track and field would have on my whole entire life. Like, yeah, it was great training during the time. I set a lot of records. I still hold many of the records that I set. They have yet to be broken. Shout out to me. And it's a big deal. And yeah, and I didn't realize that beyond setting records and beyond championships, that track and field would have such a profound impact on my life as an entrepreneur, as a mother, as everything. And I love it, and I'm grateful for it. And I want to give a huge shout out to Coach Smith, to Coach Owen, to Coach Trapp. I love y'all. Thank you so much for, oh God, I feel so emotional now, but thank y'all for believing in me as an athlete, like believing in me more than I believed in myself at times, and just really seeing my potential and really being able to like recognize, you know, what I bring to the table before I even realize what I brought to the table. So thank y'all for seeing in me sometimes what I couldn't see in myself. I really appreciate that. And yeah, shout out to my teammates that were also super amazing and awesome. Definitely don't mean to cry, but super grateful for, you know, that experience, and the fact that that experience is so relevant now. And even seeing my potential now, right? Like honoring who I am, honoring what I bring to the table, just honoring like my existence altogether is something that I've been really working through since you guys know, like, you know, I was married and I'm not married anymore. And so recovering from, you know, even, but that's a conversation for another day, but, you know, just really tapping into me. And yeah, so thank y'all. Thank you to my coaches for hyping me up. Always hyping me up. I appreciate that. And lately I have to hype myself up, right? Like if you're around someone for so long and they speak down upon you, like sometimes you can lose sight of who you are, and you can lose your funk. And you can kind of like, you know, I don't know if anybody has been in a situation like that, but it sucks. And you have to dig deep to like hype yourself up again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are okay. And so for me, like my experience was having someone tell me like over and over and over again, like I'm not a good mother, and that my business is stabbed, like it's trash, and like, you know, just really hurtful things. I'm like, dang, like I was a phenomenal mother, and you know, just really hyping myself up. So I got off track a little bit, but this video was ultimately to speak on how impactful track and field has been as a whole. And, you know, everything in life, whether we recognize it or not, like everything in life is to prepare us for the next phase, the next journey, the next step. And I had no clue that track and field would be preparation for motherhood, like no clue for that. So embrace where you are, right? Like embrace where you are and love yourself and love where you are and hype yourself up, right? Hype yourself all the way up. And just know that where you are right now and your dreams, they're like this close. The thing that's in the middle that's keeping you away from it is like you taking action. So your dream is here and you're here and it's this close. And the thing that's keeping you from being in alignment with both of them is taking action. So believe in yourself, take action, and just know that everything that your heart desires is already manifesting, and it's just waiting for you to take action and to claim it. And I also want to, you know, just encourage you to keep encouraging yourself, even in the moments where you feel, just keep pushing. And track and field also taught me that, like, you push through the pain. You push that last leg in the 400, that last little 100-meter stretch is always that moment where it's like, oh my God, that monkey is on your back. But that last 100 meters is always that thing that it's always the, you bring it home. And I just remember loving the 4x4, but that last 100, golly, that last 100 on the 400 always got me shook, always. But at the end of the day, it was fun, and we were victorious, whether we got a gold medal or whether we were just victorious because we have the ability to run. We have our senses, we have our legs, we have our arms, we can just run, right? Like, that's a victory within itself. So anyway, I love y'all, I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to check out our 7 in 7 workshop, where we're showing you exactly how to generate 7 streams of online income. After the workshop, you cannot say that you do not know how to generate money online. Like, you cannot say that you have no idea where to start, because we're showing you everything, how to even type your password, like everything down to the most simple, everything, because you deserve financial freedom and time freedom, and there's no more excuses at all. Like, I get so sick of hearing people have these huge ideas, but they're intimidated by social media. Okay, well, if you're intimidated by social media, then let me show you how to have a faceless account and automate the whole thing so you don't even have to be on there, right? So check out our 7 in 7 workshop. I think it's going to be I know it's going to be extremely beneficial. You'll have the replays. You can always refer back to it. And after 7 days, baby, your money should be flowing. Yeah. So I'll see you in the next video. If you have any recommendations in terms of like what you want me to cover in the next video, or if you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. And I will make the next couple of videos based on what you all request, okay? So I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video. And one more thing I would like to add, if you are not personally interested in the 7 by 7 workshop, but you know someone else that is, you can become an affiliate and you can share the workshop link with them. And if they decide to sign up, you'll get 50%. 50%. So our general admission is $97. You'll get $48. And the person that invites the most people and generates the most revenue, we're gonna host you in Costa Rica. Yeah, so 5 nights, 6 days for free in Costa Rica on the Caribbean side, if you decide to become an affiliate and you generate revenue for yourself. So yeah, we are giving you an incentive to make money. So everything is going to be in the description below. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. And for now, I will see you next time.